$1 billion American eye over the Gulf gone dark. Iran struck back on day one, not at an empty desert, at the nerve center of American missile defense in the Middle East. The US and Israel launched this war at dawn. By nightfall, Iran had already changed the score. So, who really won day one? $1 billion American eye over the Gulf is dark tonight. The FPS-132 radar, a ballistic missile early warning system with a range of 5,000 kilometers, stationed in Qatar since 2013, has been destroyed. That is what Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps is claiming, and Qatar's own defense ministry has confirmed to Al Jazeera that an Iranian strike hit a radar facility in the north of the country. On February 28th, the United States and Israel launched a joint military operation. The US called it Epic Fury, while Israel labeled it Operation Lion's Roar, striking missile launchers, air defense systems, and nuclear sites across Tehran, Isfahan, Qom, Karaj, and Kermanshah. Iran hit back within hours, and it did not aim for an empty desert. The radar in question is not standard equipment. It is an early warning radar, the kind that gives commanders the seconds they need to decide whether an incoming ballistic missile can be intercepted. It cost over $1 billion. The IRGC described the strike as precise and powerful. Qatar's defense ministry said there were no casualties, and damage assessments are ongoing. The United States has not confirmed the extent of the destruction. And all this with Iran not showing its full hand. According to senior IRGC commander Ebrahim Jabari, this time Iran has a trick up its sleeve. He boasted of using advanced and most powerful missiles in the war with the US and Israel.
Trump should know that today we are equipped with the most advanced capabilities to fight you for years. At the start of the war, we are firing whatever we have at the bottom of our stockpile. But as it continues, we will use our most powerful missiles. The things we have not revealed until now, the ones we have kept under wraps, we will also bring out these days.
Iran's strikes extended across Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, the UAE, Jordan, and Saudi Arabia. Kuwait said it intercepted all incoming missiles, while at least one person was killed in Abu Dhabi after the interception. The Wall Street Journal reported that Washington has never before faced simultaneous strikes on American military bases at this scale. Trump announced the operation this morning. But even the POTUS admitted that Iran was a sizable threat.
Its menacing activities directly endanger the United States, our troops, our bases overseas, and our allies throughout the world. For 47 years, the Iranian regime has chanted death to America and waged an unending campaign of bloodshed and mass murder, targeting the United States, our troops, and the innocent people in many, many countries.
Whether the IRGC's claim of complete destruction holds up to independent verification, the radar is damaged, the network has a gap, and Iran put it there on the first day. So, does the day really belong to the Americans, or was it the underdogs who punched above their weight? Some 35 ballistic missiles, drones, and precision-guided munitions had been launched from Iran towards Israel, according to preliminary Israeli military assessments. Some were intercepted by air defense systems. Others came down in open areas. In northern Israel, a 9-story building was struck after fragments from interceptor missiles landed on it, leaving one man in his 50s with minor injuries. Explosions were then reported in Tel Aviv as a fresh wave of Iranian missiles triggered sirens across central Israel. The Israeli army warned repeatedly that its defenses were not impenetrable, urging the public to stay close to shelters. At one point, the Home Front Command briefly allowed residents to step outside protected spaces, only to order them back in minutes later as another barrage came in.
At this time, the Israeli Air Force is operating to intercept and strike threats where necessary to remove the threat. The defense is not hermetic, and therefore it is essential that the public continue to adhere to the Home Front Command's guidelines. The public is requested to continue to follow the instructions of the Home Front Command.
The war was spreading beyond Israel's borders too. In Iraq, at least 2 fighters from the Popular Mobilization Forces, an umbrella group of largely Iran-aligned Shia paramilitary factions, were killed in airstrikes south of Baghdad near Jurf al-Saka. Jordan shot down 2 ballistic missiles over its territory with no immediate claim of responsibility. Iran's Revolutionary Guard, for its part, showed no sign of letting up.
This operation will continue relentlessly until the enemy is decisively defeated. All U.S. and Israeli military targets in the Middle East are considered legitimate targets.
As the smoke billows over the skies and explosions ring across the Middle East, the world seems to be headed for a big war. And this time, it might last more than just 12 days. Iranian state news agency IRNA reported that an Israeli airstrike hit an elementary girls' school in Minab, a city in the Hormozgan province of southern Iran, killing as many as 51, most of whom are believed to be girl students. At least 45 others were wounded in the attack. Iran-based Tasnim news agency cited the province's deputy governor, adding that rescue operations and debris removal were ongoing. The news agency also claimed that this school was a direct target of this attack, and not any miscalculated collateral damage. It was among the grimmest details to emerge from a day of strikes that swept across Tehran, Tabriz, Isfahan, Kermanshah, Qom, Karaj, and sites in western Iran. In the capital, the district of Pasteur, home to the presidential palace, was also hit, with people wounded in the area evacuated to the hospital. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi did not mince words as he criticized the Israeli actions.
The destroyed building is a primary school for girls in the south of Iran. It was bombed in broad daylight when packed with young pupils. Dozens of innocent children have been murdered at this site alone. These crimes against the Iranian people will not go unanswered.
The scale of destruction across the country prompted Iran's National Security Council to take the extraordinary step of advising Tehran residents to leave the capital if they were safely able to do so. A measure that spoke to how severely the situation had deteriorated on the ground. Internet connectivity had by then fallen to 54% of normal levels, and state news outlets, including IRNA, were battling cyber attacks that left their websites unreachable, cutting Iranians off from information at the very moment they needed it most.